allegations of a botched investigation made by the family of Miya Marcano.
There are just so many questions that have not been answered.
We can't get some of those answers right now.
The sheriff defending the investigation.
We need to build a case. We need to investigate.
But promising a review.
Our detectives, my commanders, myself, we're going to look into every part of this investigation.
Orange County Sheriff John Mina giving new details on the timeline about how all of this went down. Good evening. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. We have live team coverage for you tonight. We're covering the story from every angle tonight.
We begin with Fox 35 anchor Ray Vieta live in the Fox 35 Alert Center. And Ray, you're giving us a closer look at this new timeline from the sheriff's office.
Yeah, Luann, we want to break it all down for you. Here's a look at some of the major events on September 24th. That's the day Miya Marcano went missing. At 2:14 p.m., the deadbolt was first opened by the key fob known to be in Armando Caballero's possession. He was the apartment complex maintenance worker and the only suspect in Miya's murder. Her fob opened the door a few hours later, around the time she was last seen. Caballero's phone pinged near Timber Scan Apartments around 8:20 that night. A deputy was dispatched to Miya's apartment at 9:42 p.m. after a well-being check was requested by Miya's mom. The family says when deputies went in, a dresser was in front of the door and the window had been tampered with. The next day, Miya was listed as a missing person. A deputy met with the family just before 5 a.m. 4 hours later, her family looked through Caballero's apartment with his permission. The last time Caballero was seen alive was at 3 p.m. Police say he was found dead 2 days later after killing himself. Miya's body was found Saturday at the Timber Scan Apartments in Orlando with her hands, feet, and mouth bound by tape. In the Fox 35 Alert Center, I'm Ray Vieta. Luann, back to you.
Ray, thank you for breaking that down for us. Well, Miya's family released this video. It shows the prime suspect in her death talking to deputies. The family also confronting Caballero around 4 a.m. the day after Miya disappeared.
You have sent obsessive texts to Miya. We have all seen the text. You talked about giving her your life savings. You cash out her money, and you claim that you weren't in touch.
Miya's family says this video is proof the sheriff's office was negligent in its investigation. They say deputies should have taken Caballero into custody for questioning before he had a chance to kill himself. Orange County Sheriff John Mina is defending how this investigation has been handled. Fox 35's Danielle Lama joins us live now. And Danielle, the sheriff actually addressed that specific video.
He did, Luann, and the family says that, among other things, went wrong in this investigation. But the sheriff, he is defending his deputies and saying there will be a thorough review of how this case was handled.
In these type of investigations, every second matters. And the time that they needed, they just basically dropped the ball.
The attorney representing Miya Marcano's family slamming the Orange County Sheriff's Office tonight. Daryl Washington says family members were forced to do their own digging because deputies didn't act fast enough when Miya went missing.
They just had that parent instinct, that intuition that this guy had something to do with it.
Until we figure out what's going on, just don't beat me up.
The family pointing to this video. It shows a deputy speaking with Armando Caballero, who would later become the prime suspect, early Saturday morning. Miya was last seen at around 5 p.m. Friday night. In the video, Miya's relatives tell the deputy that Caballero was obsessed with Miya, but the deputy lets him go.
At the time the video was taken, there was no basis for our deputies to detain or arrest Armando Caballero. Our deputies are not permitted to arrest or detain someone based on a hunch or based on what someone else is saying.
Miya's family also questioning the sheriff's office initial response to her disappearance. They claim the crime scene was not secure, and a deputy commented that Miya's case was not a high priority.
All those parts about, the security of a possible crime scene, that's all the stuff that we're looking into.
So that review happening now. And again, the sheriff emphasizing tonight that the only person responsible for Miya's death is Armando Caballero. And he says that investigators believe he killed Miya before she was reported missing. Reporting live outside the Orange County Sheriff's Office tonight, Danielle Lama, Fox 35 News.
Thanks, Danielle. Residents at the complex where Miya lived and worked protested this afternoon. They're demanding that that complex take action to improve safety. Fox 35's Samantha Sosa joins us live now from outside the Arden Villas. She has that story tonight.
Hey, good evening. Some of Miya's family was even at this protest. It was really full of emotion. These students want to get across that they simply don't feel safe. Dozens gathered outside the Arden Villas apartments, demonstrating to let Orlando know they don't feel safe inside their homes.
Miya's one of us!
Saying what happened to Miya Marcano could have happened to any one of them.
Just knowing that there's not that extra step taken by anybody else in the property, it terrifies me. The fact that people have keys to my apartment that shouldn't, locked doors mean nothing.
People around the community also joined in, touched by Miya's story.
Ever since the first day I heard she was missing, I was involved helping search for her, and so just to find out that it could have been prevented and the maintenance man, had complete access like that, and the fact that I'm a mother, so I just want to protect everyone,
This group has made a list of demands for the apartment complex. It includes better lighting, installation of cameras, that the gates be closed at all times with security present, and elimination of any master keys. They also want the complex to let people out of their lease if they don't feel safe.
We want the security guards to be here when there isn't a protest. We want the security guards to be here just 24/7. We want them out of their cars, walking around. We want them at the gates.
In response to all this, the Arden Villas made this statement on Instagram, reading in part, "We have received these complaints and concerns and intend to respond to them in a more expansive manner in the coming days." And the tenants at this apartment complex say that statement just wasn't enough. I did reach out to a representative for the Arden Villas apartments. I'm still waiting to hear back. For now, I'm live in Orlando. Samantha Sosa, Fox 35 News.